Ladies and gents, boys and girls, traders, very good afternoon to you all. 20 past 3 in the afternoon, Milano time, 29th of Jan, 2026. So here we go, full take profit on US dollar CAD shorts in line with the Asia range setup. Now, the first thing that I'd like to bring to your attention is trading is, in my opinion, usually as easy as you see on this chart. As easy as if I go over to this morning, and easy as this breakdown that I had delivered this morning, that I was just about to take this particular position and I entered, and I figured let's put a full video up there, full transparency. You know, it is what it is. If the trade wins, it is what it is. If the trade loses, it simply is what it is. But nevertheless, as I always say to those of you in the community, in FRGNT learning, and particularly, that if the picture looks right, then just take the trade without any degree of hesitation. If I can get the charts back up. And to me, for the first time in a very long time, which feels a long time, I should say, which really was just over the course of, let's say from week 2 to now, trading hasn't been as picture perfect as you would like to see. You would have areas within areas, refined areas that were not holding, higher time frame order blocks that again were not holding. And it became a bit of a tiresome type of week, if I'm being completely honest with you. And as a professional trader, I guess you just go through cycles like this when it just feels like, goodness, this is a lot of effort today. This is a lot of effort. That was a lot of effort yesterday. And as I say, having to reanalyze your charts every morning to that degree of accuracy that, if I'm honest, isn't always required to that length due to price not usually disrespecting those higher time frame points of interest as they have been lately as a result of that DXY continued sell-off. Now, as I say, today we got to the US dollar CAD this morning. When was I marking charts? Around about, let's say, 6:45, whilst Asia range was still printing, to be quite honest. I recognized here we've had a very clear break of structure. As I said in the breakdown posted earlier this morning, I was very interested in this area as a result of Asia actually breaking structure to those lows. Thankfully, the entry criteria, I should say, did not present itself, meaning that this area was pretty much null and void. As soon as an alert went off and price came up to that area, I didn't even have the opportunity, to be quite honest, to go down to the lower time frame to see if we could get that lower time frame break of structure. Regardless, if I would have taken that position here, my stop loss would have had to have been above this area anyway. And looking how price just tapped into that other significant point of interest that, of course, now we can see caused that lower low in the immediacy, it was never disrespected. So I would have never been stopped out of that position neither way. Now, nevertheless, as I say, full transparency, it wasn't the easiest of weeks for the reasons that have been described earlier. But I figured it's nice to have a look at how a difficult week can really play with the psychology. As you'll see throughout the days, regardless of what my week goes like or how my week is going, I will still come to the charts every single morning and mark my pairs up with the same degree of accuracy. The only time you will not see me mark charts up is if I'm physically not trading. And that is very rare, to be quite honest. Now, as I say, in times of questioning your own ability, what has over the years been clear to me that you simply just take a look through your trading history. And with a smile on your face, you can then understand, well, actually, I am in the position that I am because I simply follow my rule-based structure over and over and over again. As boring as it sounds, I will take these positions 10 times out of 10, regardless of how the last 9 positions may well have played out. I know over the course, and I will let the probabilities play out, that I know that this is a very high probable criteria, a high probable setup. The Asia range as a whole has a lot of technical and fundamental backing behind the setup in general. Therefore, I know through my statistics that this position will play out more times in terms of when risk reward management, as well as taking into consideration, I will be profitable at the end of that. Simple. Now, as I said, price come up, we had the entry criteria play out, and the trade was taken without any hesitation. Now, while I'm here, I'd like to bring your attention, of course, to Live Market Analysis by FRGNT Forex Mastery. Here we discussed US dollar CAD shorts this morning in terms of Asia range setup. Now, joining that will allow you to gain 12 live calls per month, allowing you to trade alongside me. You will get access not only to these breakdowns, but live me breaking that chart down, not just the points of interest, but how we look at taking the position. As I say, this is all very well seeing this now play out, but what's your entry criteria? Do you know how to enter the trade? Are you aware of how to save yourself from a potential loss if you were going to take it like this? All of those, or all of that, is spoken about in FRGNT Live Mastery Learn and Earn. So please do take a look at what there is to offer. Now, again, guys, full transparency, I should say, over this particular trade. Please do take a look at the breakdown that I gave, US dollar CAD. It's free education. You've seen the trade in this position when it was, let's say, 1-to-1, give or take. And then you've seen the aftermath. In fact, if you go through, you'll see price. I've kept updating it as price was moving. And then you now see the finished product, of which is almost a 1-to-6 return on the investment. Nevertheless, team, trade safe, trade well, trade with discipline, and ensure that you journal and trade with as least trading error as possible in line with your trading strategy. Until then, ladies and gents, all the very best. Do take care. Trade well. Charles.